Today's episode of The Read Pile is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
I'm Elle, and...
I don't know why I have to wear this.
Well, you went to the woods, and you have, like, scabies or ticks.
No, I don't. I don't have anything wrong with me. I didn't get any ticks.
You came out...
I'm knocking stuff over. Are you happy?
You've got, like, a rash of some sorts.
You know what? Forget it.
No, stop. You keep chewing, and...
You are watching The Read Pile.
It's the week of September 23rd.
Ow.
Stop! I'm gonna put the box back on you.
I'll be good.
Stop.
I'll be good.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure? Come on, do the line.
You do the line.
Come on,
Why do you
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm the Sussman. This is comic book news time.
Okay.
Alright, comic book news. So, we have a big deal in the world of Fox.
Okay.
Fox owns the Gothams. Season 1 is on Netflix. We've been watching it. I'm perfectly happy with it. It's perfectly reasonable television. News comes from the fact that friend of our show and Batman extraordinaire Scott Snyder's vision of the Court of Owls will be coming to Gotham, the TV series, writing them into canon almost immediately after their birth, so to speak. They've only been around since the New 52. So this is a group, the Court of Owls, that have existed for about 40... What? Okay, you know what? I'm tired of doing
No,
it.
just finish your thing.
Alright, they've only been around for about 4 years, and now we are bringing them... You are going to explode. And now we are bringing them into the continuity of television. What is it, Elle?
No, just...
Oh, no, I'm good now. What do you want to say?
It's crap.
Why is it crap?
Okay. I'll put it out there. I only watched the first episode. But it was so terrible, and I just refused to watch any more of it. Now, given I am reasonable, it is on Netflix now, so now I can pause it and go and puke if I have to.
Oh my God.
Come back to the episode if I need.
Not bad. It's really not bad.
Have you been watching it without me?
Watched a couple episodes when it was on the air. I watched it on the Fox website. I don't have to do everything with you, Elle. Can you get to your point about why you think this is bad?
Okay. So, I am willing to go back and try to watch season 1 that's on Netflix. But I've seen previews and I just gut feeling in my
Why
my
is
stomach
the Court of
that
Owls?
they're not going to do it right.
Okay.
And I know that it is coming to season 2, and that they stated that the history is so in depth in Gotham.
This is pre-Batman, which makes sense for the Court of Owls to be there.
Makes sense. I'm so afraid they're gonna mess it up, because
they can't.
One of the issues that I heard from a lot of people watching the first season is that it was too overwhelming. There was too much going on at once, and they were just trying to shove stuff in so quickly.
Okay.
And so, kind of afraid that are they going to try to do that? The Court of Owls?
Okay. Stop. Can we just focus on one thing?
What?
Assuming it's not a steaming pile of crap.
Yes.
Is this cool or not?
I think it's cool that they're acknowledging it, and they're bringing something that was started in the comic books in.
Very recently in the comics.
So, they're going to probably get people to read the comics. They're going to say, oh, Corrals, I want to know more. Maybe I'll figure out the show before it actually is aired.
And that's what I wanted to mention.
So, it's good, it's cool, but, part of me, I hope, I'm prepared for the worst. So then when it's not so bad, I feel like,
now watch this. In the business, we call this a segue of a segment. Watch this. So we're talking about the Court of Owls, which was a comic book, and now it's going to be on a TV series, right?
Yes.
Watch this. So what if we reviewed a comic book that was a TV series that brought comic book characters into it? I believe that is first on your read pile this week, is it not?
Yes.
Let's get to some comic book reviews.
Time for comic book reviews. Starting up, a little fun. Scooby-Doo! But, team up. We have the Gotham Girls. And, you know what? It was pretty good. I approve. Because I will say that at first, I wanted to be disappointed. Because like, alright, God forbid they put like Scrappy-Doo or something in there because I will burn us. I will just burn it. But thank you for not including him. I have not read any of the other Scooby-Doo mix-ups and everything. So I was really excited to see this. I was like, alright, Gotham Girls. Gotham City Sirens. This is gonna be awesome. And it's just the kooky fun. It's the kooky fun of Scooby-Doo trying to chase a ghost with the Gotham Girls. And that's, I mean, I don't know, there's not much more to that. It's just, it was like watching an episode of Scooby-Doo, and it just had some of my favorite characters. So it was cute, it was a fun story. I don't know if I'm going to read any other Scooby-Doos. It just depends. It depends on who is going to be in the book. And I might pick it up and try it out. We'll see. Follow up with Harley Quinn and Power Girl. We are on issue 4 now. And yes, we are still pretty much, we are dealing with everything that's going on this planet. Power Girl apparently is the mother. She has, from what we are learning, helped procreate a whole freaking planet, and she knows nothing of it because she's still dealing with the amnesia and everything. So she's starting to get hints that, you know, who she really is, and Harley's freaking out. She's like, no, her name's Betty! And it's ridiculous. I'm wondering, when is it gonna happen? When is Power Girl gonna be like, oh, wow, you've been totally screwing with me. That's great. Because if you remember, basically this story is kind of veering off from Harley Quinn's little story from her series where Power Girl shows up and she tries to basically trick her into saying, hey, yeah, I'm your sidekick. We're a team. We're heroes together. You know, let's go on adventures. Well, Harley Quinn series continues, but this one kind of picks up, and it's like, it's kind of this what if they stayed together and they continued their adventure. And that's kind of where we're at. So Harley's still going to have to deal with, when's she going to remember? When is she really going to know what's up? And how's that going to go down? But pretty much with the story that's going on right now, oh my gosh, I keep thinking Mr. V, because that's what Harley calls him, and I'm going to have to look up his real name because I'm a terrible human being, and sometimes these things don't sit in my head. Oh my gosh, where is it? Vartox, that's what it is. That's his real name. And it's pretty cute. There's some hot action going on, and everything's saved by the day of a purring galactic cat. And then we move on to pretty much, there is a big old dude in the universe that is very insulted by the inappropriate behavior that is going on this planet. And now we're going to have to deal with a bunch of galactic, crazy super nuns that need to take control of this situation and fix the dirtiness that is going on in this universe. Fantastic. And I can't wait to see how this turns out. But believe it or not, that's not my pick of the week. I don't know why. And then I read it. Grayson! Oh my god! Grayson, number 12. He's back in Gotham. Oh my god, that's why it's number 1. He's in Gotham. Oh my god, he's freaking in Gotham. And he is talking to people and he's saying the "what's up, I'm not really dead" situation. You know, it's kind of awkward in sometimes. And we find out that they're not really done with him at his last job, and they want him back. So they're gonna have to. He's. It's craziness. It's craziness in the world of Batman and how things are just kind of moving along here, and I'm freaking out. He goes and he visits everybody, and you get your like little subtle, you get these funny little jokes, and there's actually something else going on as he's meeting up with everybody. And basically, Grayson, he's like, I gotta take these people down once and for all. I thought I was done with them. I gotta fix things. But how he's about to do it is absolutely amazing. It's the true nature of the Batman family. It says it all, and how they're really gonna do everything. I really look forward to doing it, and it's kind of hard. I don't want to throw everything out there. I'm sure I already put too much out and spoiled a little bit, but too much excitement, and I can't wait. I think the most depressing part, though, is when he met Bruce. If you don't know, sorry, then you need to start reading some other comics, too. Yeah, Bruce doesn't really know who he is, and so that whole meetup was really, really heartbreaking. Oh my god. I could trail off. But we'll go to the doctor quick.
Well, thank you for those energetic reviews, Elle. We appreciate it. Now, real quick, fanning out here what I have. I've got Wolf, I've got Rumble, I've got Invisible Republic, I've got Negative Space. As I tweeted out earlier today, it was like manna from heaven on this week's read pile for the Sus Man. That's me. Each of these, thank you, Buster. Each of these books has been a pick of the week for me at least once, sometimes twice in some of the books. I was really excited to read all of these. I'm sad I can't make all of them my pick. Like, I don't know how to make that collage of all of the picks of the week. Anyway, they're all very good. None of these are going to be negative reviews, but let's get right to it. We'll start with Rambo. Quick side note, Ryan Lindsay, who writes or draws Negative Space, when I tweeted the whole thing, he was more excited about Rumble being on my read pile than even Negative Space, which was adorable. Rumble is awesome. As you can tell by it's on the graphic here, I love it. You should too. It is the start of a new arc. It's also a one-shot in many ways. So if you're not into Rumble yet, you're not on it, they're setting a lot of pieces. We're learning more about the sort of demon things that inhabit the world. This multi-headed snake thing is actually the pet of one of the guys. Our hero is not turning out to be less of a hero. The Scarecrow, that's what I'm talking about. I think you pronounce his name Rathok, but I can't be right about that. At any rate, he might not be so much a hero as much just sort of a guardian of, like there's beings of chaos and there's beings of like order. He might just be a being of order, not necessarily a hero, because a lot of these beings of chaos don't appear to be doing anything wrong, but because they simply exist, then he's there to destroy them. So the story is getting very deeper. We're onioning in our Rumble. It's becoming a runyon. So, yeah, that's a word. Let's move on. Quickly. Invisible Republic, issue 6, the start of a new arc as well, where we actually start seeing the rise of Arthur and why it's important and who these people are, and the story continues, and we're learning a lot more than I thought we were going to this early on in the story. Granted, it is 6 issues in, it's a new arc, so to speak, but we are very much learning new things about the world that this exists in, about the moon, and about all of these things. it's a really fabulous read if you're someone like me who loves Transmetropolitan, or is the child of two journalists, or just really likes sort of a duo storytelling, because the time jumps that happen in this book work so seamlessly that you forget they even happen. It's just really, really, really good stuff. I cannot recommend it enough. If you like any kind of dual storytelling, or just if you're a journalist person in general, you have to be reading Invisible Republic. It's really good. Next up on my agenda of awesome, Wolf. Oh, I love this. Wolf is, and I'm going to be blunt, a better version of John Constantine than is currently going on in the Constantine books. I'm sorry, but it's true. Wolf is immortal, we've discovered. Spoiler. But you sort of figured that out in the first issue when he was set on fire and nothing bad happened to him. But you find out how and why he became immortal and who his masters are. This is the old school Hellblazer story that we're probably not going to get out of DC anymore because they're a little bit more PC about that stuff these days. If you're looking for old school fire, brimstone, and demons, you got to check out Wolf. But it is now time to spin up the graphic of justice, because it is pick of the week time, my friends, and as I mentioned at the very beginning, it's negative space. I love this book. This book cannot go on long enough as far as I'm concerned. The art, it matches so perfectly with the storytelling. In the first issue, we thought there was like some sort of hidden world, some very, something similar to Afterlife. Not really. There are just beings in this existence that live to see humans suffer. They sustain themselves on it. In fact, they are, for all intents and purposes, the living embodiment of depression. And that's why I love this book. It deals with the fact that humans are so depressed all the time, and that a lot of us can't deal with that, and that the things we do make us depressed. And why? Because there's actually something out there that is enjoying your depression. And that's why I love this book, because you can physically fight depression. And as someone who has been fighting depression for a long time, it was cool to see that void, that unearthed, that ethereal, that earthal, I don't even know the word I'm trying to say here, that the vapor made real. The idea that you can go and fight depression and actually, like, beat it up. Man, that's good stuff. That is definitely worthy of being my pick of the week. For you, our loyal followers of The Read Pile, we have an awesome offer from Audible.com. Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their awesome service. You can download some really great books like The Hobbit, the unabridged version from Tolkien. You can download Divergent, Lean In, lots of great stuff to check out. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia. Again, that's audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia for your free audiobook.
That's this week for the Read Pile. At least you stop chewing yourself.
Well, and I had a lot of time to think about what I've done. Also, when I get that song stuck in my head, I don't feel like I need to chew in my arm, so that's just been like ringing. So,
yes.
Other things that we should be talking about, real quick, thank yous and what have you. We want to give a big shout out to our buddy Charlie, who survived the weekend. He is going to be promoting Nerd Up Media stuff. We got him all of his swag. So the next event that they're going to be at, which I believe, I don't know if it's going to be the first one, but I know they will be at the Wizard Worlds coming up in 2016. They're going to be at basically all of them. So Galvin Leatherworks will be handing out Nerd Up Media swag at pretty much every Wizard World coming up in 2016. So definitely want to give them a big shout out. And I didn't kill you, Charlie, even though I tried to. We should go now. Get out of here, you weirdo.